Good afternoon, everybody. It's March 15th, and this is the Council on Aging meeting, and it's being held at the Dudley complex upstairs in the Veterans Memorial Hall. And so if we can all stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And I introduced myself. I'm Janice Brady. I'm the chairperson for the Council on Aging. We will take the attendance. Kathy Cormier.
Present.
Carmela D'Ambro.
Present.
Charlie Marlborough.
Here.
Anita Hickey.
Present.
Evelyn Goldstein.
Present.
Norma
Fermanic. Present.
Debbie Johnson.
Present.
Okay, all present. And Steve. I wasn't going to forget you.
Soul mail.
Okay. Okay, this is like at the 15th, and it's end of the month, and I don't have a lot of information for April, but I will give you what I do have. The old business, of course, is we had the monthly birthday recognition. It was, and we had like 15 to 20 people total for. Just want to remind everybody that anybody can come. That's, for the birthday cake and ice cream, and that's elderly. We can't have little kids, but we do. We have them children too. But anyways, but if you want to have the lunch prior to the cake and ice cream, then you would have to RSVP so that we can make sure we have enough meals for everybody. And if you don't want to have the meal, but if you want to bring yourself a lunch, and this way you can meet the people that are there and have some company. You're able to do that also. I forgot also, did everybody read the notes from the last meeting on February 20th? And did anybody find any changes that needed to be made? No. So would somebody like to make a motion to approve the minutes as read?
I'll make a motion.
Okay, and anybody want to second it?
I'll second.
Kathy, thank you. Okay, now we'll get to the business. Like I said, the birthday recognition, we had like 15, 20 people, and that worked out well. The brown bag lunch, they had corned beef, cabbage, and chicken sandwiches. I didn't go to that meal. I guess they had a good group of people that went, but I'm not sure how many that went, but it was well. The corned beef went well. April 10th is the brown bag, and they have chicken sandwiches, and that'll be $3. And you have to you can RSVP if you can, basically because you have a choice to make the sandwiches in advance. So you need to know what type of bread you want, what type of seasoning, and if you want mayo or anything like that. So the sandwiches will be we have in a brown bag. So we just hand them to you, and you can sit down and eat and have coffee and everything. And monthly restaurant, there were 10 people. That trip was to the Lake Pizza, and I haven't heard where their restaurant visit is going to be in April yet.
It's a Black Dog, Connecticut.
Black Dog, and why don't you go ahead and tell me, what type of restaurant is that?
It's a pub-style restaurant, but it's a very nice restaurant.
Yeah, I
Black
like it.
Dog and
This barbecue.
Reasonable prices. And
yes.
Do you have the
Good.
date for
Yeah,
that?
the food's very good. It's the second.
Yeah,
The 2nd?
April 2nd?
Wednesday of the month.
Oh,
April 2nd.
April 3rd.
April 3rd is a Wednesday, isn't that when it
3rd.
is? Right, 3rd? Yeah.
No, the,
It's a
Third is a
Wednesday, so
Wednesday.
it's,
yeah.
It would be
is
the 3rd.
Yeah, okay. Good, okay.
And what
And-
time do you usually go?
Usually they meet here around, what was it, 11:30, 11:45, because this way you can either drive right to the restaurant or where you're going, or else you can, 2, 3 people can go in one car,
The reservations are at 12.
yeah. And Memory Cafe is on the 21st, and we will be having homemade Irish shepherd's pie. And the entertainer is Roger Ticknell, and he's very good. We've had him before, and he will be playing a lot of the Irish music for us. And there is a charge of $55 for this meal. And birthday recognition is the first Thursday of the month, so that'll be April 4th.
I do have a question. Do we have a count for this Thursday? How many people?
Approximately 40.
40, okay.
Fine.
Well, good. I've got the soda breads all set.
Oh, that's right, that's how you're doing the soda bread, right?
Carmela and I realized that I was going to need a lot of soda bread. And if you've ever made it, it's a quick prep thing and you can't let it sit. You've got to get it into a 450 oven and then you drop down the temperature. So you can't be opening it while you're making another one and putting something in. And so I just ended up buying them.
That's okay.
So,
It's good.
yeah, and I have them all sliced, so that's
Yeah.
something else you won't have to do.
Perfect.
Nice, neat slices.
Okay, that's good. And I don't slice, because I always fall apart there. And whatever I slice falls apart, so. Except for turkey, I can do that. Brown bag in April is the 10th. And that's what I said, that they were having the chicken sandwiches. And we are closed, as far as we can tell, was only closed one day in April, and that's the Patriots' Day on the 15th. We are not voting
I didn't know
in April, unless they pull up a vote for some reason, but, also, before I forget, we're having, our potluck for March is the 27th. And that's a $5, and it's a homemade turkey dinner. So that we're cooking,
Nice.
yes, we're cooking 3 turkeys,
And they have about 45 people signed up for that.
45, yeah. And there's not counting the people who just happen to show up.
How many can we realistically hold down there?
Oh, we've held over 50.
Yeah,
Really?
It's
Okay.
because we use the long table. It is very tight.
yeah.
It's tight for us who are trying to serve, but you can hold
Go up to 50, okay.
up to 50.
And then, I mean, if we had to, we could try to find more tables, but we prefer not to.
Yeah, Brian would definitely bring us more of the long tables if we needed them,
Yeah.
but it'd be really tight.
So these are the turkeys that are left, the 3?
Yeah, we have the ones that are in the freezer, and 2 of the ladies are cooking. I think we're cooking 4 turkeys.
So there should be enough.
What was that date again, Jan? The turkey dinner?
The turkey dinner is the,
27.
20,
Oh, that's right.
yeah,
7 March.
It's a Wednesday.
Next week,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. And, we've had some new activities going on after our senior meals also. Where do they come, are they women's club, your friends, that come and do these, or this is just your friends?
No, these are just my friends.
Okay, Debbie has some friends who've been helping them doing something. We had a garden terrarium that we decorated, and then also the Christmas trees, so, and it's going well, and it's nothing, that nobody has to pay anything, they pay
Yes,
for
they
everything,
purchase
the expenses.
everything for them.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Wow.
And which is good, because a lot of the people, they do stay, they will stay.
Yeah.
And, And they take
But
them.
they enjoy the
cheer
class.
hip hop.
You have the chair hip hop,
Sometimes.
we've had two of them,
Two of them.
yeah.
The chair hip hop was a grant from the Dudley Cultural Council, which I'm very thankful for, and so isn't Roger Chicknell. He is
Chicknell, yeah.
also from the
Chicknell.
Dudley Council,
Yeah.
They have given us a grant on the chair hip hop. They
Wonderful.
loved it. They
I'm
had
thinking of even
so
going.
much fun. And they came twice, didn't they? They
Yeah.
did, didn't
Yeah.
they? Enjoyed it.
Yeah,
It was
yeah,
fun.
yeah.
Everybody, even Gloria.
Yes, everyone.
They just have to, they sit, some even don't even get into the group, they go back a little bit, they have a
Yeah.
lot of room.
But they moved and
Yeah.
Yeah.
it wasn't strenuous, but everybody was laughing and singing and having
That's
fun.
great.
And, okay, that's all I have. All I have is a couple things. And I want everybody to think, if anybody has an idea of what we can do to make more. I know Charlie's going to talk about something about a trip, a possible short trip. But anything that we can either make some money, financial, and that basically we could do, Maybe have an auction as far as, we already had somebody like we did for Christmas time. We did that. I had,
50-50, right?
we had a lot of stuff people brought in. And I know we had to use the policeman's room set up for that. And they paid so much, like $10 for the table, and they brought their stuff in, and they sold. And we had it an all-day affair type thing. And then we made, I can't remember, this was like 4 or 5 years ago. And we made decent money. And it helped out. And but think about something that we might be able to do to make some money. Because sometimes, like, if you go for a trip, buses are kind of expensive. But a lot of times we used to go to, we'd all get together and carpool, and we'd go for places, and then after we went wherever we went, and then we went to eat at a restaurant somewhere on the way home. And a lot of the older people enjoyed it. They get out of the house and they didn't have to ride a bus because the bus is so not very comfortable, and they don't have bathrooms in it, most of them, that we can afford, put it that way, so and then Charlie, you had want to talk
Yep.
about.
I, a while back, got in touch with the Slater Museum, and they did call me back, and I talked to a lovely young woman there, and I told her that we were hoping to arrange something for the Dudley seniors, and we've been working together now for the past month and a half. They're working on a grant, and they believe it should be ready by sometimes towards the end of April. That would entail our seniors being able to visit the museum, spend a day at the museum, and then we fleshed it out a little more. And actually, we're thinking of, instead of maybe going out to dinner someplace else after, having it catered by Delray Docks. And pretty much everything will be paid for by this grant that they're awarding to the senior center through Delray Docks grant person. So as soon as I know more, she had just approached me. I told them what you were just saying. We don't really need a bus because, we're capable, we're driving 3 miles.
Right.
Having Delray Docks cater it, it would be like, nice sandwiches. They supposedly make the best sandwiches in town. They're real good size. And I'm sure they're going to supply a beverage with it and probably a dessert in the setup. And they do have enough room in there I had said to them 40 people, and they says, well, we could do probably up to 50. And I said, okay, we can probably
so
find
they would
them.
have lunch right there at the Slater
Yes,
Museum?
yes. We
Or
haven't worked out the times.
Somewhere in there.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, we haven't worked out times yet, but I'm hoping maybe we could go a little earlier. They say it can take, if you go slow, up to 2 hours to be entertained in the museum. So if we were to get there, say, around 10 o'clock, 10:30, then we could have lunch 12:30, and by the time we're done, you know, I'm sure they've done this before and they know how to handle, you know, a bunch of people coming in at the same time. So we'll just all go back, you know, to whatever facility room they have it in, and it'll be all set up and ready to go.
I've
So-
been there, this was been a couple of years, they weren't even really officially open when, with my high school reunion. And they let us go. We didn't eat there because, of course, everything wasn't completed yet, but I would say they were like 85-90% finished inside. But I was surprised at what they had. They even have a train there you can sit on in and everything like that. And it really, when you look at it, and it brings back the history of Webster and Dudley. And I think people would enjoy it. We did.
Where is the museum?
If you
I
know
don't
where
know
the
the
athletic
street.
field is in
Yeah.
Webster?
You know what PAV is?
Right across from the PAV.
Yeah, Bush Markham Veterans Club.
It's the
Ray-
old-
Kind of
Ray-
behind
old
St.
armory.
Joseph's.
Ray Street. yeah.
It's been so long since I lived in the area.
To be honest, I don't know the name of the street
That's okay,
myself.
that's okay.
It's actually
But
the
Ray
old
Street's right there.
armory.
That's what
You know,
PAV is on.
well, she did,
Okay.
she's not from this
It's
area.
right on Ray
I'm just, I've been away so long from the area,
I just didn't
so-
know it was Ray Street.
It's okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't been to the PAV in a
Yeah,
long
so it's
time
called
either.
Ray Street, and it's right across from the PAV.
Yeah.
PAV is a red building.
Are they part of the Slaters that's in the ranch?
They were, I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
There's a lot of parking. It's handicap accessible, so it's hitting a lot of the things that we do. And, you know, I had asked that if there is a fee, it would be as close to minimum to nothing, if we could do that. And I'm hoping that they'll be able to have enough of a grant so they can offer this, and nobody will have to even pay $3 or $5 out of pocket.
yeah.
And Delray Dock is getting a grant, is that?
No.
the Slate Building.
Delray Docks was just something they thought of after, so
Sure.
they're getting the money for the grant.
The Slater.
And, yeah,
Okay.
and they'll have it, and they're working specifically with our needs, something for us to do. If we only come up with 40 people that sign up, certainly there's veterans who might be interested in doing this too.
Yeah.
So I told her I was pretty certain we could easily fill 40 to 50,
Yeah.
you know, for something like that. We might have to do a little bit of coordination to make sure everybody's able to get a ride there that wants to go. You know, so that
We have the
when,
Elder Bus also.
yeah,
That
okay.
If we didn't have enough carpooling people, we do have the Elder Bus, and they're running, right now, there's no cost for the Elder Bus.
Okay,
So they would pick,
Wonderful.
even if we had everybody meet here who can, and use, if we needed to
Yeah.
use the Elder Bus, we could also.
also, we might have to have something set up that, so people who are having mobility issues aren't in the parking lot and they don't have to walk, that their ride can drop them there.
Right.
Somebody can help them get out of the car and get them into the building where somebody else can, you know,
Yeah.
take
'Cause
over.
it's not far from the entrance and the road, as far as getting in there. too.
Right, but if you park all the parking along the side and in the back, that's a hike. If you've got a walker or
Yeah.
you're
Right.
uncomfortable, or, you know, so, you know, getting limo service to the door is the best, you know. So, nothing's gonna really come to fruition for another month or so. As I said, they're thinking the end of April. And I'll let you know at the next meeting where we are and what's going on, and, you know,
And I think everybody would enjoy that.
I do too. I'd enjoy it. I haven't seen it,
haven't
and I heard it's really good,
Yeah.
It is good.
so,
I'd like to see it completed, to see what, you know.
Yep.
Yeah.
yeah. And it's nice, and then, you know, we can do everything in reverse. When it's done, somebody will stand and wait with people whose, you know, families or friends are coming and picking them up again, and make sure everybody gets in and out comfortably, you know.
Thanks, Charlie.
You're very
So,
welcome.
Yeah, that's very good. That's
I was just sitting there one day bored, and I'm going, what can I think of? What can I do? What can I do? And I went, I'm just going to make a phone call. And that's usually how the best stuff happens.
Because as you're talking, I'm thinking, of what else is around this area?
Yeah,
Yeah, I was thinking of the Indian Princess and something
Yes.
like that, and they may donate that to the seniors, you know,
Yeah.
some local.
That would be nice to do in the summer.
so that's an excellent idea to put on ideas of things to do, and, you know.
Right. 'cause
And if we
I-
can't actually fund for cash, well, we could fund for services.
Right, yes.
It's a donation from the group,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
And it's not a long way to travel. That's the
No.
big thing.
No,
Yeah. And, because that's one of the things that, with everybody getting older, they just don't like to travel long distances. It's just inconvenient to them with
just
their.
came to me now. I have a friend who runs the cultural programs at Sturbridge Village. So I might be able to reach out to her to see if they'd be willing to do something. So I better write this stuff down.
And would you like me to call the Indian Princess?
Yes,
That'd be
That would be wonderful,
I don't
Carmel.
know if they're open now, though,
Well, no,
when they,
When
open
they
for
begin,
business, I mean, for,
they
yeah.
may have a website
Yeah.
already functioning, yeah.
Excuse me.
Yeah, and if anyone else thinks of a good hot spot type of place, you know, that's not too far, that we can go, you know, just let us know, and then we'll go. You know, I have no problem making phone calls and talking that up, but I'm just so happy. They are just being so welcoming and nice, and they're just happy to do it for the seniors.
Oh, great.
And so
Good.
I'm excited about that.
Very, very much so.
So,
Does anybody else have anything else to bring up, Evelyn?
The trip is filling up. We only need 10 more people.
And that was into where now?
I'm sorry?
That was to Pennsylvania?
Yeah, Lancaster and Longwood Gardens.
You have, how many are taken? How many people are you?
We could take up to 50,
Okay.
but let's see. I don't like to have a full bus because it's nice to have a few seats in the back if somebody wants to stretch out or,
Yeah.
you know, if they're not feeling well, they can go and it can be comfortable there.
That has a bus, I mean, a bathroom, right?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. And internet and movies and, yeah, it's a comfortable bus.
You have anything to add, Debbie?
No, we're already starting to talk about our Mother's Day Memory Cafe. And we do have, I forgot who's playing from the Dudley Cultural Council also. So we have somebody playing special for that. We haven't decided whether we're going to do a brunch or a light lunch, sandwiches, and because the Valentine's luncheon went over really well. They really enjoyed that. It was really very nice. And it was decorated beautifully. It was very, very nice.
all the decorations you've done have been nice. It looks festive and
Yeah.
a lot of fun.
Yeah, you want some color. You
Yeah.
want them to walk in and say, wow, this is a fun event. You know,
Yeah.
just to make
Yeah.
everybody smile. That's all we want to do.
Mhm.
Want everybody to come in smiling and leave smiling.
Yeah.
That's what our goal is. So we're trying to come up with something for Mother's Day, so we're still working on that one.
And Thursday, Irish Eyes will be smiling.
Yes, that's right. Wear your green.
And we have also the shepherd's pie. There's going to be 2 different shepherd's pies, because some people can't eat peas or corn or something like that. So there'll be one without peas and corns, with other veggies, and so this way here they can have a choice and not have a problem with not being able to enjoy the food.
Good.
Is that it? Is
I
everything?
think so.
That's good. We covered quite a bit in not a short period of time. The next meeting will be April 16th. And And then maybe we'll have some more information from Charlie and that about the
Yeah.
Slater, and maybe somebody else might come up with another idea too, as far as what we can plan. That's not a distance to travel, and gets, because a lot of the older individuals, they don't get to get out that much. They just come to the senior center, but they, more of the time, they don't go anywhere else, so at least get them out.
What about this, for the Mother's Day dinner, not so much food-wise, but what if I can get in touch with somebody, so when we have people coming, we ask, is it a woman or a man? And we have an individual flower or something to give to all the ladies as they come in for Mother's Day.
Sure.
You
That'd
know,
be nice.
Yeah.
we'll see what we can work out there, because, you know, say half of them are men, or say 30 of them would be ladies. So, you
Yeah.
know, it'd be buying a few dozen flowers and maybe separate ribbon and put a bow.
Right.
And I do have a florist friend from Charlton, and she might be able to get a good price on the big bouquets from the florist market.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
could just wrap
Yeah.
them up for her, put a
Yep.
nice ribbon and.
And then we could always just say, as far as Mother's Day, but also, if that's Father's Day, we can cover Father's Day too. Well, since there isn't anything more, if anybody would like a motion to end the meeting,
I make a motion to end the meeting.
okay, anybody,
second.
second, okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay.